If the fight goes 10 seconds, we got it. We got it covered.
Is it possible to see highlights from the
Nah, you won't see any other fights. This is all about the heavyweight championship that night.
Dana, do you think as time goes on, MMA and boxing will coexist?
I think it can coexist now. I mean, there's people out there that think you have to have one or the other. Or there's people, you know, the boxing guys, the Bob Arums of the world, don't like us, but we like boxing. You know, look, I'm out here today promoting the Manny Pacquiao fight. I mean, I'm not up here not talking about the fight. I'm like, yeah, you should watch both fights. I hope Manny Pacquiao makes $1 billion. The only downside of that is Bob's got to get a piece of it. You know, I hope Manny makes $1 billion on Saturday night.
Was there a contingency plan if something did happen to one of these guys? Had you put any thought into that at all?
I'll die. I will die if something happens to one of these guys. Dude, don't even ask me that. You and me are fighting after
Are you
this.
more nervous? Are you more nervous for this fight than normal?
Yeah.
Because it's a one-fight card.
Yeah. I'm a mess over this thing. I'm a mess.
Did you convey that to them though? Like, was there ever any talk like, "Hey guys, maybe in training, maybe not quite so many, you know"?
No, I mean, it is what it is. This is, you know, it's a full contact sport, and that's how they train. And you know, you roll with the punches, pun intended. It happens, you know. And if you look at our history, when it happens, we fix it. We figure it out, and we find a way. That's the business we're in. That's what we do. So it's Wednesday. I'm feeling good that nothing can happen between now and Saturday.
Is Saturday going to be a good indication of what fans can expect in future UFC and Fox shows?
No. Saturday is our test run. Saturday is, you know, put it to you this way. The show that we've been doing for 10 years. I don't know if any of you have ever been in the arena before we open the doors. I'm in there rehearsing walk-ins and going through all the stuff, and we've been doing it for 10 years, and I rehearse it. Now, you can imagine what's going through my head. We're partnering with Fox. They've got their piece of this thing, we've got our piece, and we're blending them together. I don't know, it's crazy.
How great was it to see the ads on the NFL?
It's beyond words. It's you know, and the stuff, not just the stuff that they're doing there, the stuff that they're doing on FX. They got a big college game on Saturday on FX where they're just hammering this thing. And again, the thing that I love about Fox is if you look at FX, if you never watched a show on FX, you know what's on FX, man. They do such a good job of promoting their programs. I could just imagine what it's going to mean for the Ultimate Fighter.
Were you watching the NFL and it just came on, or did you know it was coming?
No, we knew it was coming. Yeah, we knew it was coming. We saw some of the stuff that they had done before it was going on, and yeah, we knew about it.
If Cain keeps winning, what does that do for your efforts to break into Mexico?
Yeah, I think if Cain keeps winning, it's going to be huge for Mexico, and you know, Mexicans have been what's kept boxing alive. And I think that, you know, Cain can break through and be that next big guy. I mean, why would you not? I mean, his story, his personality, his fighting style, everything lines right up with Mexican fans.
So what's your expectation?
You seem to still get excited like you just started doing this. Like, you know,
yeah.
Is that
dude, I'm telling you guys, you know, I'm not trying to play cool here or be whatever. I am a fucking wreck. I'm a wreck, man. I haven't slept. I feel weird. Yeah, I can't wait for Saturday to be over with. I just want to get it over with, man. I want to nail this thing. I want to do it right and put it behind me and move forward. I just want to get this first one under my belt.
What's your expectation from the global deal in Brazil?
Huge. I think it's going to be massive. I mean, if you look at what we did there last time, granted we were there live, you know, but I think that with that first fight that we did down in H.E.A.T, I mean, we did 34 million viewers, and I guarantee a lot of them were first timers. And that show was awesome, and it was also a great show for Brazilians, you know, because the Brazilians did really well. And now that one of their countrymen is fighting for the heavyweight championship, I think it's going to be awesome.
If Junior loses, does that put a dent in it?
What's that?
If Junior loses, does that put a dent in it?
No, dude. When we do the Ultimate Fighter down there, I mean, we've got the gyms are so packed with such crazy talent down there. It's going to be nuts. You know, but everybody loses in this sport.
How big is the feedback then on primetime, and how frequently are you going to do it? And is it going to stay on Fox?
Yeah, it was good. It did well. We did almost 3 million viewers, and they were very pumped with the number. We're very pumped with the number. And Jesus Christ, the Ultimate Fighter the other night. You know, everybody keeps talking about how all the promotion has shut down for the UFC over there, and the thing pulled almost 2 million viewers the other night. So I'm feeling good. I just think there's a lot of momentum right now, and I think we're reaching a lot of people that have never been reached, and we gotta hit this thing out of the park on Saturday.
How frequently can you do the primetime shows? I mean, is that something we can potentially see almost with every fight, or?
Yeah.
Will they always be on Fox?
We could do a primetime leading up to every Fox event.
Leading up to every Fox event.
Yeah. Well, no, we're going to do primetimes for the pay-per-view too.
On Fox.
To be honest with you, I can't remember where that airs. Either on FX or Fox. I don't remember.
Dana,
But yes.
How would you compare the promotion from Spike to Fox? And are you happy with the promotion that Fox has been giving you so far?
Yeah, we're not even in business with them yet, and look what they've done. NFL, playoffs for Major League Baseball, the World Series, and the list goes on and on and on. And if you look at FX, the numbers that they pull, I mean, their show, American Horror Story, is pulling 3 million viewers every time it airs. Sons of Anarchy kills it, and they're promoting in all these shows. There's a college football game on Saturday, and they're promoting in there. It's just, these guys are the best at it, and I couldn't be happier.
Dana, what do you think are the better athletes, MMA fighters or boxers?
MMA fighters or boxers? Two totally different sports, two totally different, they're both great athletes.
You went to Bangor this week. You stopped by.
Yeah.
Did you see like your mom or something?
No, I have a place up there.
You own the house?
Yeah.
Do you have any? What did you do up there?
Well, all my family that's up there, I still got cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff, and I have a place up there. So I'm making some renovations up there. So when you fly back from England, you refuel in Bangor, Maine. So I stopped.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, there for a few hours and
that was it.
handled some business over there.
Your retirement home? Is that what
Yeah,
you're doing?
soon.
On the conference call today, you said you want to draw a big number. What are you benchmarking, as far as big?
See, that's the thing. On network television, I'm not an expert on that. I don't know what they consider big, but Saturday nights aren't traditionally a big night for television, either network or cable. So, the numbers aren't. It's not like. And again, I don't know the weeknights, but like 15 million for American Idol and stuff like that, are bigger numbers. I don't know what they pull, but
So if you draw Kimbo Slice's numbers, would you be happy?
yeah, I'll be happy with. I don't know. George Green. David Hill today told me it's a jinx, man, not to talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it. I hope to pull a good number on Saturday. That's the answer that I'm supposed to give.
How much did the whole Hollywood element play into wanting to do the fight here? I know you want to blow this up big. Was it by design that you did the fight here?
Well, I think it was more being here close to LA, with the media market up here. Plus, Southern California is just so big for mixed martial arts and the UFC, and being close to Fox too. So it was all those things factored into. Well,
and also I guess that since Cain won his belt here, you know that the audience here is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, you guys know the last time we were here, it was insane. Very Hispanic and very pro Cain Velasquez.
Is the Showtime deal done yet?
No, not yet.
How close are we talking?
I have no clue, man. I have no clue. It's crazy. We'll see.
Dana, what are some cities that the UFC hasn't been to that you really want to get the UFC to?
I think we've been just about everywhere you can go in the United States except New York. So I think New York is the last big one to really hit. We've been to LA. Yeah, but we've been here. He's saying, where haven't you been? I mean, places we haven't been, the only real place that we haven't been is New York. But
what's the best market in the world for mixed martial arts?
Canada right now. I mean, Canada's crazy. Not only Canada being up in Canada, but here. I mean, so many Canadians travel down. That Canadian guy there today, he's like
comes to LA searching.
Yeah, he's
tickets.
in LA about the Toronto tickets. You know what I mean? Canada's pretty crazy in a good way. What's up, man? What else?
Dana, what can you say about future Fox shows? How are they going to be formatted? Or you guys started talking about that?
It's a work in progress. We're gonna do this thing this Saturday, and then we'll figure it out from here. This one fight being on this. David Hill said, let's just focus on the heavyweight championship of the world, first time on Fox. Not a bunch of other fights, just this one fight, like the throwback to the old days when big heavyweight fights were on network television. So we're just kicking this one off with this, and then we'll reformat. And I almost guarantee you, the big fights on Fox will have more than one fight.
But how quickly?
Definition is this is really just a test run to see how.
Yeah. This was never even in the deal. It was never part of the deal. After we did the deal, they said, hey, what do you think we throw a fight on Fox and we'll do this? We're like, yeah, okay. Plus, it doesn't hurt to have the power, to do it during the time that we have the power of the NFL and the Major League Baseball the way that we had leading into this fight. Because in January, we won't have the same power that we had here.
You've been reluctant to call Henderson Guida a number one contenders fight, but what's the...
Because the only thing I care about right now is this fight on fight. Seriously, when I tell you guys this, I couldn't be more serious or more literal. I am not thinking of anything. Nothing. I don't care about anything in my business, anything on this planet I don't care about right now, except for Saturday's fight getting pulled off. I haven't thought about Clay and Guida. I haven't thought about Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. I haven't thought about... I'm not thinking about any of this stuff right now. This is all I care about. Who am I picking what? I don't pick, man. I'm picking the production goes perfect. We have a great fight, and I don't die.
More than 1 round at least, right?
Huh?
More than 1 round at least.
God, I hope so.
Why does it mean so much to you that you come out with a bang? You got a 7-year deal.
Yeah.
I know the answer.
Because I'm just a weirdo, I guess. I don't know, man. I just want to nail this thing and have it come off perfect, and everything that can be done on my side will be done. And then once they get in there, the rest is up to them.
You worked exhaustively for a decade to get to this spot, so it's almost like everything built up to this. You feel that way?
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst positions to be in. Whereas before, when we did the reality show and all these other things, it's like, we didn't have control. It just happened. This one,
you're expected to make it.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I just want to get through Saturday, man. I just want to get this behind me. I want to get this behind me and
are there still plans to do the Fox show and then the pay-per-view back-to-back in February?
The Fox show? No. Yeah, no. We're still talking about doing stuff like that, but it won't. That was the Japan fight. That won't happen.
How much Fox influence will we see in this broadcast? And you talk about obviously the control.
It's going to be a Fox Sports. It's going to have a Fox Sports feel, but all the other elements are UFC. You know what I mean? The bones of it are UFC.
Dana, you mentioned Best Day of Sports show during the press conference. There was some talk back then about maybe doing a deal with Fox. It didn't happen. In a sense, is it a blessing in disguise?
Everything happened perfectly at the right time, the right way. Yeah, that deal wasn't meant to happen. We were meant to go over to Spike, and it's been this progression and this build. We've gotten bigger globally, and everything has worked out perfect. It's all been perfect right up to here.
Dave, can you make a prediction for next year? You said this year was going to be huge. You came through on that. Good luck on Saturdays. Next year going to be unbelievable as well.
Yeah, I think if you look at what's going to happen to this sport in the next 2 years, the work that we do in the next 2 years is the most important work we've done in the last 10. So the next 2 are real big, and we got crazy plans that I just, you look at what we're planning the next 2 years and you're like, how the hell is that even humanly possible?
You got any prospects coming up in the UFC gyms?
Oh, I hope so. We better. We got a lot of fights to do next 2 years, so yeah, we better have some prospects.
What's the relationship with Spike like right now in terms of them wanting to counter program your fights, or you guys had a little bit of a détente or what?
No, my thing with Spike is I had a great relationship with those guys, and if you talk to those guys and ask them what kind of a person I've been over the last 6 years with them, I've been a fucking soldier for those guys. I've worked hard, and I've done everything I can to promote them and the UFC, and the guys at Spike that run Spike, they didn't make this decision for the UFC not to be there. That decision was made up higher. You think those guys don't want to be in the UFC business? Absolutely they do. But the way that they're acting and the way that they're handling it, they're acting bitter and they're upset and they're whatever. They made the decision. We didn't make that decision, But it is what it is. We had. You'll never hear me say anything bad about Spike or about the guys over there. They're getting into this business and they're going to be competitors and everything else. But without Spike, I wouldn't be sitting on the stage right now and having this conversation. We're gonna battle now, I guess, and I look forward to it. I'm up for the challenge.
Does that mean Bellator's on your radar now? They've kind of been the.
Dude, I'm doing my thing. You don't hear me saying anything about them, or I'm not saying anything bad about Spike. I got, like I said, the guys at Spike didn't make this decision. You know, one of the geniuses further up did, let the biggest sports franchise in the last 50 years go. And now they're bitter at me about it. I didn't make that decision. They did, you know. I think the reality is they never saw this Fox thing coming. They didn't expect that. But, yeah, I got nothing bad to say about either one of those guys.
Kind of more gamble on their part, basically.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what they can, what they're able to do and what they're able to pull off. You know, again, we get back into this whole monopoly thing. You know, monopoly. These guys are sitting on $5 billion in cash. We're the mom and pops now. You know, it's more than just the difference. I think you guys know by now and know me, dude. This is all I do. I live. I sleep. I eat. I breathe. This is all I do. So there isn't anybody out there on that side that's going to work harder than I am or really knows the direction to go in that I do. It's two totally different worlds.
If you had known that the NBA season was going to end up the way it did, would you have booked the fight in Anaheim instead of here?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We were tiptoeing through all these different places, laying out our year this year because you didn't know if it was going to happen. For instance, what's crazy is Staples Center is available tonight.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the hell does that? The Staples Center is never available, ever. And it's available tonight. So, yeah, it's who knows? You're right. It's who knows what we would have done had we known it was going to be open.
Who's going to do color on Saturday with John?
It's on Saturday for the fight? It's Goldie and Rogan. It's the same as it ever was. Everything will be exactly the same. There's just going to be some Fox Sports talent in the show too, and it's going to have a Fox Sports feel to it. But it's dude, you're going to see the UFC on Saturday, just like you saw last weekend and the weekend before that. It's exactly the same, except we're on Fox Network with a Fox Sports feel to it.
So John's only doing what, pre-game and post-game then?
Anik?
Yeah.
No. Anik, when we move over to FX and start doing the fight nights on FX, Anik will do FX, and I'm looking for a partner for Anik.
Have you narrowed it down yet? Have you narrowed it down yet?
Still working on it. All I care about is this Saturday. I'm not thinking about anything else.
You brought it up, not me.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.